I'm Diamond 3 in Rocket League, but mechanically, I honestly look like I belong in gold. I'm not air dribbling, I'm not flip resetting, I miss easy touches, I panic sometimes. And half the time, I'm just trying not to completely throw the game. But somehow, I climbed a Diamond 3 and 2 solo queue in around 60 hours. And I did it with mechanics that are honestly not impressive at all. So if you're stuck in gold, plat, or low diamond, this video is for you. A lot of lower ranked players think they need better mechanics to rank up. And don't get me wrong, mechanics definitely help. But if your goal is to get out of the lower ranks, you don't need to be flashy. You do not need ceiling shots, you don't need flip resets, and you don't need insane aerial control. What you actually need is better positioning, better decision making, and fewer free goals. That's what helped me climb, not mechanics. As you can see in this video, I'm going to show off one of my placement games before hitting diamond. And I'm leaving it completely unedited. No cuts, no hiding mistakes, no pretending I'm better than I actually am. You're going to see bad touches, you're going to see awkward recoveries, you're probably going to see a bunch of moments where you wonder how I'm even diamond. But that's kind of the point. Mechanics are not the important part, the decisions are. The first and most important tip is this: shape your playstyle around your random teammate. This might sound weird because random teammates can be frustrating. Sometimes they cut rotation, sometimes they steal the ball from you, and sometimes they chase non-stop like they're the only person on the field. But in solo queue, especially diamond below, you have to adapt. You can't control your teammate, you can only control yourself. A lot of random teammates are just going to ball chase all game. So instead of fighting them for possession, just let them chase. Don't flame them, don't spam quick chat, don't try to force the game to be played your way. If they want to be first man all game, let them. Your job is to become the reliable second man. That means you stay behind the play and cover the mistakes. It's not always exciting, but it wins games. When you play second man, you are waiting for one of two things to happen. Either your teammate gets outplayed and loses the ball. In that case, your job is to slow the play down, challenge safely, or buy time for your teammate to recover. Or your teammate beats the opponent and creates a scoring chance. Then you can move up and take the shot. The key is staying close enough to help, but far enough back to defend. That balance is everything. The mistake a lot of players make is simple. Their teammate chases, so they chase too. When both players chase, you double commit. You overextend, you leave the net open, and the other team gets free goals. If your teammate is already playing aggressive, you don't need to be aggressive too. Be the safety net. Be the player who stops the counterattack. That one adjustment alone can win you so many games. The second tip is to use back post rotations. If you don't know what that means, back post is the post on your goal that is furthest away from the ball. So instead of driving straight into your own net or sitting awkwardly in the middle, you rotate towards the far post. That way your car is facing the play, and when the shot comes in, the entire goal is in front of you. That makes defending way easier. Back post rotations are important because they remove a lot of panic from defense. You don't have to make awkward backward saves, you don't have to guess as much, and you're not stuck trying to save a ball that is behind your car. Most shots in lower ranks are not impossible to save. The problem is that players are usually in bad positions before the shot even happens. Back post puts you in a position to actually make the save. This works especially well in solo queue because again, your teammate might be chasing, they might be cutting rotation, they might be doing something completely random. But if you rotate back post, you're still covering the most dangerous part of the field. You're giving yourself time, you're giving yourself vision, and you're making the save as easy as possible. You don't need insane mechanics to save most shots, you just need to be in the right place at the right time. The third tip is to stop abandoning the play for big boost. This is one of the biggest mistakes in lower ranks, and honestly, I still do it sometimes too. Players will have a good position, then suddenly leave the entire play just to grab corner boost, and while they're gone, the other team gets a free shot, or a free center, or sometimes just an open net. Big boost is nice, but it's not always worth it. Instead of always going for corner boost, start using small boost pads. If you stay near the middle of the field and collect small pads, you can keep your positioning while still having enough boost to make a play. You don't need 100 boost to make a save, you don't need 100 boost to challenge, and you don't need 100 boost to score an open net. A lot of the time, 30 or 40 boost is enough, especially if you're already in the right position. A good way to practice this is to go into free play with unlimited boost turned off. At first it feels annoying, but it forces you to learn where the small pads are. Drive around the field, keep hitting the ball, pick up pads as you move. Over time, the routes become natural. Once that happens, you stop feeling like you need a corner boost every single play. That helps your positioning so much, especially in twos. The fourth tip is to warm up before ranked. And no, I don't mean you need to spend an hour practicing flip resets. You don't need flashy mechanics to hit diamond. You probably don't even need them to hit low champ. But you do need the basics to be somewhat consistent. Power shots, simple saves, recoveries, basic ball control, those things matter way more than people think. Before I queue ranked, I usually do 5 to 10 minutes of free play. Nothing crazy, I just hit the ball around, try to move quickly, and focus on keeping control. After that, I'll do 5 to 10 minutes of training packs, usually power shots and saves. It's not exciting, it's not flashy, but it does help a lot. The goal is not to become mechanical overnight, the goal is to make fewer mistakes. You can rank up with weak mechanics, but you cannot rank up consistently if you miss every basic save. You can't rank up if every touch gives the ball away, and you can't rank up if you panic every time the ball comes near you. This is why warming up matters. It makes the simple things feel easier, and when the simple things feel easier, you make better decisions. You play calmer, and you give away fewer free goals. This is huge in lower ranks. The fifth and final tip is probably the least exciting, but it might be the most important. Protect your mental. Solo queue is frustrating, you're gonna have teammates who leave, you're gonna have teammates who cut you off, you're gonna have teammates who make mistakes. You're gonna have games where you feel like you did everything right and still lost. That's just Rocket League, it happens to everybody. One big aspect of your mental is to not tilt queue. The problem isn't losing one game, the problem is letting one bad game turn into 5 bad games. The second you start playing tilted, this whole playstyle falls apart. Because playing second man requires patience. It requires you to not dive at every ball. It requires you to stay calm even when your teammate is annoying. If you start chasing because you're mad, you're probably going to lose. That's how tilt queue starts. For me, if I lose 2 games in a row and I can feel myself getting frustrated, I take a break. I might go for a walk, I might lift, I might eat something, I might just do literally anything else for a little while. Because sometimes the best way to gain MMR is to stop queuing when you know you're not playing well. You don't always need to grind harder, sometimes you just need to reset. So if you're stuck in gold, plat, or low diamond, here's my biggest advice. Stop trying to look mechanical, start trying to become hard to score on. Let your teammate chase if they want to chase. Rotate back post, use small boost pads, warm up the basics, and don't let one bad game turn into a losing streak. You don't need insane mechanics to climb, you just need discipline. I am proof that you can hit diamond with mechanics that are honestly pretty bad, so imagine how much faster you could climb if you combine better decision making with mechanics that are actually solid. If this video helped, please drop a like and subscribe because it really supports the channel. And if you made it this far, comment your rank and your favorite color. Mine's purple. I'm curious to see who made it to the end. Thanks for watching and have a great day, y'all.